Hey guys, welcome to Jay Speak and welcome to 2021. I hope you had an awesome new year. I'd like to wish you a fantastic new year, and I hope 21 is much better than 20. Let's go over some things. We'll answer some questions today. I do have a new email, so if you want to reach out, if you want to leave questions in the comments, you can do that. If you want to reach out directly, you can send me a DM, and you can do that at ContactTheJay@gmail.com. Down here. That's viewer response to the last video, so it's a direct way you can communicate with me. If you're interested in any of the gear I have that I say I might be selling, or you want to chat, you want to ask me a direct question, you want a question featured on the channel, you just reach out. You just send me an email, and we'll take it from there. First question: have I ever tried a fuzz with the Friedman Runt 20? Yes. I've tried quite a few. Electro-harmonics, Mad Professor stuff, DOD. I will just say, in general, the Runt takes pedals really well. Doesn't matter if they're in the effects loop of the amp and you got a cool delay, or they're up front and you run a phaser, or you're running a fuzz. Generally, that amp takes pedals really, really well. Question 2, what are my favorite settings on the Mad Professor Tiny Orange Phaser? You know, interestingly enough, I was listening to old songs the other day, and the pedal itself I think is really distinct. It's got more of a vintage vibe to it, and I could actually tell by hearing the track what phaser I use, and I could tell when I use the Tiny Orange Phaser. And that one is very different than, say, like an MXR phaser. I really like it for that reason, just because it's different. Like, it's a great pedal. I don't know that I have a favorite setting. I tend to like really slow phases. So I'd say anything that's kind of slow and it gives you some movement. I think that's the whole reason I use a phaser, is to give a little bit of movement to the sound and make the part interesting. Question 3, what am I using to record these days? Generally, I mic cabinets. Some of the interesting things to note is that every piece of gear in your chain matters. Everything from the pick to the strings to mic placement to speaker to cab to settings on your amp and your guitar. So I think there's a lot that goes into, quote, whatever your tone is or the recorded tone. I generally mic cabs. I do have some 2-notes equipment, the Captor, and I also have the Torpedo Reload. But I tend to mic just because I find with the reloads and the Captor, if I'm doing it silently, which is awesome, by the way, you don't get the feel of the amp, and I feel like I miss some of the nuances. I won't directly know if it's slightly out of tune. So I try to mic the room, or I try to play with the amps in the room, and then I'll go back maybe and use the Captor or the Reload for some direct stuff. But it honestly varies. I typically put in the videos and the descriptions what I did. So, you know, that's like a different thing. Question 4. Have I tried the Rockerverb combo against the head? Yes, I have. I haven't been able to try them at the same volume level. The Rockerverb I have played really loud through various cabs, and I've played really quiet through various cabs. I've used the attenuator, etc. I have played the combo. I'm not a huge fan of combos. I would prefer not to use a combo. You have an open back versus closed back. That's the first thing to know about generally using combos versus heads and cabs. Using a cab, you can choose if it's open back or closed back. You can choose if it's a 1-2 or 4-12. And at times, you know, having an open back cab running really loud in a smaller room tends not to go well. So it's nice having the option of a closed back. But as far as like the actual tones of the amps, it's still a Rockerverb. It's very much an orange. Obviously, a Rockerverb combo is quite heavy. I'm not saying that the heads or the cabs aren't heavy, but it's definitely a different feel. So if you like the Rockerverb, I don't see any issue getting a combo. Personally, I prefer having heads and then using different cabs. But that's just me. Comments and questions go below, or you can DM me. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Many more videos to come. Don't miss one sub.